up, y'all? It's your girl Aubrey back with another Aubrey's Learning Corner. So, the countdown continues. Only so many days until I go to Africa. You know, felt like just yesterday when it was 2 months ahead, and now it's only a handful of days. Just, wow. Okay, anyways, let's get on to today's subject and topic. So today, we are in ecology. Not one that you see that often, right? Now today's topic is effects of noise pollution. So you're going to be learning about hearing damage and to noise, other risks of damaging ear, and how loud is too loud. Now, let's get into this book. In the early 1980s, when the Swedish Navy wanted to track a suspected Soviet submarine, it ran into a problem. Officers had difficulty finding sailors who could hear well enough to operate the listening devices. The hearing of many sailors and other young Swedes had been permanently damaged. The cause? Years of listening to loud music. Ooh. Y'all? So, for my friends out there who always blast loud music in your ear with headphones or earbuds or speakers or anything, be sure to turn that volume down because you do not want ear damage. Damage to hearing is the most obvious and most easily measured effect of noise pollution, but there are other effects as well. Among them are sleep disturbance and other stress symptoms. Hearing damage. When sound waves enter the ear, they cause the eardrum to vibrate. The vibrations are passed through the small bones of the middle ear to the inner ear, which contains a structure called the cochlea. Their excessive vibrations can destroy the delicate hair cells that are responsible for picking up the vibrations and transmitting them to nerve cells, which in turn carry the vibrations to the brain. Hearing loss. Hearing loss may either be temporary or permanent, depending on how badly the cochlea has been damaged. In its early stages, hearing loss may not be obvious. By the time a person notices difficulty in understanding other people's speeches, quite a bit of loss may have occurred. Who is at risk? In general, frequent or continuous noise at levels of 85 to 90. What is that? Who is at risk? In general, frequent or continuous noise at levels of 85 to 90 decibels will cause permanent hearing loss. If the noise at these or higher levels is intermittent or infrequent, though a person's ears may be able to recover between attacks and the rate of loss will be slowed. Audiologists believe that more than 20 million Americans are exposed in their daily lives to persistent noises loud enough to cause hearing loss. Even noises a person does not notice can cause deterioration of the inner ear's hair cells. Hearing damage depends upon both the level and the frequency of noise. Thus, a person who operates a vacuum cleaner once a week for 10 or 15 minutes will not be at great risk, but a professional maid who regularly operates a noisy vacuum cleaner may be in real danger of becoming partially deaf. How loud is too loud? At a certain point, generally around 120 decibels, sounds become painful. Your ears actually hurt. Even before reaching this level, however, sounds are loud and capable of having significant physical and psychological effects. If noise causes ringing in your ears or forces you to shout in order to be heard, then it's probably loud enough to damage your hearing. Another rule of thumb: the fewer decibels, the better. Other risks. In addition to damaging the ear, noise stresses other parts of the body, increasing the potential of a very broad range of health problems. Number 1, circulatory problems. Noise has been associated with such stress-related circulatory problems as increased heart rate, higher blood pressure, and constricted blood vessels. Number 2, stress symptoms. Noise is also believed to increase the incidence of ulcers, migraine headaches, and allergic responses. It disturbs sleep and can cause blurred vision and nausea. Number 3, mental and emotional effects can be significant as physical effects. Even low-level noise can make people irritable. Experiments suggest that noise increases aggressive tendencies, making people more willing to fight or harm others. In noisy working environments, people find it difficult to think and to concentrate. They become less efficient, working more slowly, making more mistakes, and suffering more accidents. Reducing noise. Noise abatement consists of reducing the amount of sound to acceptable levels, or preferably even lower. Though the U.S. government had active noise abatement programs during the 1970s, in recent years, abatement efforts have received little or no financial support from government agencies. It is therefore up to individuals in industry to take steps to reduce and protect against noise. Fortunately, a variety of steps are possible. These include playing music and TV at reasonable levels, using sound suppressors on aircraft jets, and installing soundproofing and barrier walls in homes and office, and finally, wearing earmuffs or earplugs. One of the latest techniques for fighting noise is anti-noise. This technology blocks noise but doesn't affect acceptable sounds. In an anti-noise system, sound waves are converted into data that can be read by a computer. Oh, that's really cool. The frequency and amplitude of unwanted sounds are calculated, and a mirror image sound wave is generated and played through a speaker. This is some real high-tech stuff here. The characteristics of this sound wave are the reverse of those of the unwanted sounds. This cancels out the noise wave. That is so cool. Sound barriers along highways, such as the one shown here, help reduce the level of sound that reaches nearby homes and businesses. That should be everywhere. Typical environmental sounds. So we have the sound and the average decibels. So a whisper. The average decibel of a whisper is about 20 decibels. So a refrigerator is 40 decibels. Yeah, that thing's be loud. A normal conversation would be about 60 decibels. A vacuum cleaner would be around 75. A motorcycle, that's 85. Subway train, 90. Jackhammer, 100 decibels. A jet flyover is 100 decibels, and rock music, amplified rock music, is 120 decibels. Average decibels depend on the distance between the noise source and the point of measurement. Figures presented here are typical levels at common distances. Alrighty, let's see, is that all we've got today? Yes, that is. So, it was really cool learning about the effects of noise pollution and also anti-noise. I might have to do a bit more research into that and tell you guys all about it, because I'm interested in that. Now, most importantly, it's cool to be a nerd. Nerds are smart. They learn so much just like you and I do on Aubrey's Learning Corner. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!